Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Agnes. Today I'm with Josh, checking in with you to react to the comments that we have received after posting the video just a day ago. It hasn't even been 24 hours that the video has been online. We have already had over 10 people unsubscribing from our channel, and we just wanted to react to some of the things you guys are saying. Okay, so I'll be reading some comments off the screen, and Josh
Can't read.
Josh can't read. And Josh and me will be just responding. Although some of it we already addressed, but we wanted to say. The first thing I wanted to say, thank you very much to all of those people that understands our point, okay? That know that India's life is not easy and agree with what we're saying and wishing us best of luck. It is really nice to see how many of you actually supports our decision. Obviously, there are those that are not necessarily supporting it and just blindly saying, I'm unsubscribing to your channel, which is fine. I mean, we can't stop you if that's what you want to do. I'm going to read the comments that are positive, but also highlights the issues that we are highlighting so that you guys know that it's not just us that have exactly that opinion, okay? Hello from California. Indian first, but American passport holder. My family lives in India. I do not like to live there. India is complete mess. I wanted to start my business in India recently. Corruption, administration, politics is shh. So I dropped my plan. Life isn't easy in India, even if you have a lot of money. Though India is developing, still long way to go. The Prime Minister is good. People are just talkative, but do not want to change themselves. So we agree. Right? Josh, you've been very quiet. You can now speak.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I agree with the point. And see, we've come here, we've shared our life experience with all of you guys. And people who are living abroad, mainly they can see what we're experiencing and they can make the decision for themselves. We live in Madhya Pradesh, maybe other states are different. However, I'm from Punjab and I don't see Punjab or Kolkata or Madhya Pradesh being any different to each other when it comes to the law and the process of setting your house or a business here. We just don't think it's at the moment it's the right time for us to be here and raise a family. We tried and it didn't work for us, so hey ho, at least we will not regret the decision that we never been to India. We could have been there but done better.
Next one from Lakshmi Krishna. I will not leave my country. I mean, at what point did we ask people to leave the country?
Well, he might be 70 years old, and retired and doesn't have any ambitions to leave the country. Fair play. Everyone's to themselves. Many haven't experienced outside their city, let alone country, so they can't distinguish the difference. People who travel abroad for holidays, they go to London or they go to New York, they see the difference. Don't get me wrong, India is 5th largest economy, but that doesn't mean jack, and I can see many struggling. It's just not life for many Indians. As I said, many will leave given the chance. So it doesn't mean that you're a traitor, you don't support India. It just needs that India needs to pull the finger out and kind of get up to date with everything else.
Another one said, no one will leave Bharat. I think they're addressing the point where you said that 90% of people given chance would leave. And
people are very patriotic. Okay, it's a great thing, but you have to be awake to the reality. You have to acknowledge, you can't, as I said, you can't fix a problem if you don't understand or hear it. Many will dismiss our point, and I have no issue with them. It's fine, but I think that they don't speak for every single Indian, as I don't speak for every single Indian. But I see here many has approached us and many have spoken to me. They want to know how to get to Europe. It doesn't take us scientists to work out. You watch the news all the time, you'll see Indian immigrants illegally crossing the borders of Europe, crossing the borders of USA for a better life. It's not vice versa. You never see a European or American immigrants crossing the border illegally to get to India.
Why not Poland? It is a safe country in Europe, low crime because of controlled immigration. Also, it's her home, my home, so Poland will be much more relatable. I do agree that UK is done with all the diverse society and high crime. So why not Poland? First of all, weather. Huh?
Yeah, so why not Poland?
I was going to address this picture.
Yeah,
This,
because of the weather. Yeah.
Second thing, the bureaucracy is also very high in Poland. Like, it takes forever to get something sorted. And I think my children, although Angie speaks Polish very well, boys do not. And for us to be teaching them in English could be something of a struggle as well. Just like Portugal might be, but at least in Portugal we've got nice weather. It's Europe as well, it's close to my family, which would be nice. But we do want to try Portugal to begin with. If that does not work out, maybe then out of desperation we'll go to Poland.
So when she said bureaucracy, it doesn't mean as if comparative to India. It just means that like UK, the Western Europe is a bit more advanced where everything's done online. In Poland, they still follow the paperwork trail.
Yes, and it takes
so
time.
that's the only difference. So it's not like they want money or you are running
No,
around.
that's not what I meant.
Just,
Not
just being
corruption,
clear.
bureaucracy.
We're just being clear.
I watch your vlogs regularly. Just wondering if you've considered Australia. Good weather. One second, let me just move this over. Stable economy, business as well as employment opportunity, and many other factors make it a good place. Part of Europe are going to have big issues in the next 10-15 years due to the mass migration. I live in Australia. I hate spiders. I'm scared of spiders. That's why. No, I'm joking. Australia is so far away, right? Like India is already so far away. Like my parents are not even willing to travel to see us here.
Nothing's far away. Everything is a flight.
Flight, yes.
Yeah, so nothing's far away.
But it is so much longer of a flight to what it is. Like
It's
from
not
Europe.
It's not issue. Flight's not issue. How's the flight issue? You're traveling 20 hours, 22 hours. You're not doing that daily. We don't really feel like we need to move to Australia. We want to go somewhere where the people are quite polite and things are a bit slow. And mainly the weather. The weather is good.
I am sad to see you leaving India. Thank you so much. I mean, we're still here till at least March, or at least that's the plan. We don't know exactly when is the deadline or when is the time that we have to shift. Things will come clear as time goes by. But we're still here. We're still going to travel. We still want to cover at least Kerala, because that's one place that is on my bucket list, and other places, hopefully.
You know, it's crazy. Even when I'm sleeping, all I hear in my ears like Kerala, Kerala. She really snores like.
Josh knows that I just really am dying to see it. I just heard so many good
The
things
decision of actually moving to Portugal, it was my decision. I had put this forward. I did a bit of research. And also, my wife's happy to be in India. She loves being here. My boys enjoy being here. They go to amazing school. They also love being here. However, myself and my daughter don't like to be here. My daughter is struggling, and because I have to do all the paperwork, I have to deal with everything here, including rent and bills and everything else. So I face a lot of challenges where my wife doesn't. So I just don't feel that
I do too, but it's different types of
is not, yeah.
challenges, right? And I guess I just adapted a little bit better because I prefer the lifestyle.
I don't know what challenges you're facing.
You, the biggest one.
Yeah. She faces
Once.
challenges doing the dishes and mopping the floor, and what else? What other challenges?
I got so little problems in my life, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fisticuff. Come on then.
Someone said, the grass is greener where you water it. Good luck in Portugal though, which I responded to, yes, so they say, thank you. And then someone very, very kind, not, Pop Culture Jam said, they'll run from there too, just wait and watch.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. You know, we haven't found a place we call home yet. So if we go to Portugal, it doesn't work out, then we go somewhere else. Why not? You know, we can do that. People do that. You know, you have to find a place. Just like a job, you have to be happy somewhere.
Yes.
So
one thing I wanted to say, like, not everyone is ready to drop everything and move a country. Not just singular person. I'm talking about the whole family. It's not easy, guys. It's packing your whole life, everything. Like, we have to start new life together, including buying the whole kitchen appliances, cutleries, plates, everything. You know, establishing your life, documentations. It is a challenging task. So not everyone would be up for it. So you got to appreciate that we're taking the risk, and we believe that there is better life somewhere else for us, and we want to give it a go.
You know,
we don't risk. You don't know.
We also kind of highlight for others, you know, our struggles. So whoever is planning to go or move certain places, it makes it easier for them to make a decision. I started my transport business. I had no help from anyone, and And then we decided to put that information on YouTube. Believe me, amount of people we have helped out. Many have reached out saying thank you very much. You know, they've been warned or they know how to start their business and where to go. Just like that, we are putting out our life so other people can make the decision.
Yes. And another person said on some other comments that why am I being so negative, like, or putting hate towards India? I'm not hating India. I love India. We love being here. Like, I love being here. There are many hurdles because of which we're deciding to shift. And also massive thing is that our daughter cannot settle here and we all have to be happy where we are.
I think, I don't know what it is. Many are very quick to attack and they are never happy in life. No matter what you say to them, they always have opposite. You always find people like that, you know, and it's crazy. For example, if you build a house, okay, the builder has built your entire house and say part of the roof collapses. Now, you're not going to say to the builder, well, they built the whole house, they've done a great job, so only part of the roof collapses. Okay, same goes to the Indian government. People say only good things, that, okay, this government has done this, they done that. So when something goes bad, they say, okay, that went bad, is fine, but they done this. You can't, you know, you're paying the government to run the country. So if there is something bad, you have to say it's bad. You can't say, oh, well, they done that good. So this is what's happening. People are believers, people blind. They kind of think if we say something, we are attacking India, we are attacking the government. It's not the case. We're just saying it is how it is. We contribute towards the economy. Since we've been here, we've spent a lot of money in India. We've, you know, bought things. We've been on holidays. We bought a car. We put money into the economy. So we have the right to say, you know, what our day-to-day struggles. Some might not agree, but yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, if it's a democracy, we have right to speak, right to say something.
Mm-hmm. Freddie Mercury said, great video. Indian government needs to take note and start developing infrastructure to stop educated and rich Indians leaving and encourage investment. They also need to farm and produce higher yielding crops and food which are scarce. This would also help farmers who are struggling to make a living. I had the exact same experience visiting India. Let's hope people start holding the government to account.
It's the government and the Indian Food Standards Agency are
Yes.
the criminals when it comes to food. It's crazy, you know, what Indians eat without knowing. Many say, oh, we eat vegetarian because meat is not bad, or, you know, vegetarians, it's not the same anymore. What the vegetarian food in India 50 years, 80 years used to be, it's not the same. You know, people are eating poison. Nowadays, people with money actively hunting out organic goods. And people who don't have money have to eat wherever is available.
Next one is saying, good decision, but I would not say anything bad about India just because you have decided to quit.
Well, we are not quitting anything. We just didn't think that, you know, we're ready for India. You know, we're just not built for India. Many have said that, you know, we've come from Western world and it's hard to adjust. It's the case. We've had everything so easy, organized, and coming here, I didn't do my homework properly. I just thought, my country, my people, you know, my environment, my children get to learn our culture. You know, we'll be all right. It's a fast developing economy. We just jumped. And
you took a risk.
Yeah. So that's what you do in life. And in a business, you do the same thing. So we've come here and things didn't work out. And I just want to tell people, you know, we are leaving. And maybe if we just kind of pack our bags and gone, then people would ask question, what's the reason you're going back to Europe? So at least people know that why are we leaving?
We're not just giving up. We just tried, and we lived here long enough. I think a year and a half is long enough for us to see how things are, for us to see how things are going, how things are developing, and we just think it's not the right time yet to be here.
One more thing is in regards of in business investments, or many people said to me, why don't you buy properties in India when you're going back, invest here? And it's not a safe idea for anyone who's living abroad and want to invest in India when it comes to property. We have a house in England. I can leave the house in England for 40 years. No one will take over my house. You know, it can go and rent.
And it will grow in value,
and,
for sure.
Well, things will grow in value in India as well. But the things that every year you have to renew the contract. If you don't renew the contract in a year, this is what the agent told me, that the people who are living in the year, after a certain time, they can actually take over your house, which is not fair.
Someone said, Agnes, I'm actually surprised that you stayed so long in India. I read many good things about Portugal, have friends who visited there and they love it. Never been there, but would like to do so. In my country of birth, British
Guinea. Yeah.
Portuguese is one of the 6 races who live there. Best wishes from Florida. Thank you. I think I've adopted the best out of the whole family, to be honest. And yeah, thanks guys. A lot of you had said that Portugal is a beautiful country. They've been there. We've both been there actually on
Massive
holidays.
population of Indians there. Honestly, if you speak only Hindi or Punjabi, you can get by in Portugal. You don't have to actually speak Portuguese, although it's recommended.
Another person said, I agree with all your points, Josh, but to say that 90% of Indians got passports, they would settle in Europe is wrong. Before making this statement, you should know that the history of our country is that since 1857 was the richest country of the world, and the country whose passport you have, the country looted $45 trillion of wealth from India. India's GDP had come down from 27 to 2% in 1947 and how it become the 3rd largest economy. Only that Indian will know.
Yada,
And it
yada,
goes
yada,
on,
yada,
yes.
yeah. Now, guys, everyone knows that India was under British Empire. So was part of Africa. So was other countries. They've looted Africa. They looted India equally. Its time has gone. India has come to be 5th largest economy. You can't go on about it, guys. You can't just kind of cry about, oh, what happened. You know, you're not going to get the money back. So I just don't understand the point of people. It's always the masquerading the problem. When you highlight the problem here, for example, the rape case, she mentioned something.
Yes, I was talking about
one rape
safe.
case is not acceptable. And when we say, and then people sending messages saying, well, India is not the rape capital. There are many European countries who are higher up in the research or you know, on statistic table. Well, you know, it doesn't matter where India is. One rape case is not acceptable. Why don't
It's
you,
more than enough.
you know, what do you think the father of that girl in Kolkata that got raped, if you tell the same thing to her, that India is not the rape capital or India doesn't have as high rape as many other countries, how does he feel?
this make any
You
difference to him?
cannot cover, there's no explanation, there's no excuse for this.
Hey Josh, you are a true Indian. Your contribution to India is very much appreciated. Many years of visiting to India is same what you frankly discussed. Just ignore people, bashing trolls, stay on course, and you're doing a tremendous favor to India. Best of wishes. I'm retiring in the next 8 months. My kids and I settle, and I and my wife will be traveling everywhere, including India. May bump to you sometime. Who knows? Stay firm, stay safe.
All
Thank
the
you
best
so
with your
much.
retirement, and wish you guys well
Yes.
and good health mainly.
Next person said, genuine and straightforward approach. No sugarcoating. Since you have the opportunity and resources, it's crucial to make the most out of them. One's future is also intertwined with the future of her children. Indeed, things can change in India, but could take time.
Well, our children have Aadhaar card and they have OCI. I've got that long time ago, always thinking that they should have opportunity to come to India any time in their life, and which they can now. So if India decides, you know, things change, well, if things change in India and things develop and go for the good, then my children have a future to come back here and maybe reside here or work here.
I think a lot of people that have not been abroad, it would be very hard to understand what we're going through and where we've come from, because if you haven't seen something, you haven't seen it, so you can't believe or kind of understand other people's feeling, right?
You know, things here, government gets away with, you know, murder. They will never happen in European countries. If a bridge that has been spent, you know, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to construct, and very soon if crumbles due to corruption, that government will not last very long in the West. And we hear this stuff on the regular basis here. You know, corruption, bridges falling apart, roads are not being constructed, buildings are not constructed properly, and yet the government's still in power.
The next person said, I met a pure British recently, and he said that British are leaving UK because of no jobs, too expensive, and immigration chaos. Some something happening in the European countries, including riots. India is only lacking cleanliness, organized point of view. It's a problem. I'm not sure if cleanliness is the only problem. I think that's the least of the problems.
There are many problems, but this guy has somewhat truth. So there are British leaving Britain, but they're leaving to go to Spain. They're leaving to go to Portugal. They're leaving to go to Italy. Why? Because life is slightly cheaper there and the weather's great. Yes. So when I was in Portugal, I found out just in Algarve region, in a year, 10,000 Brits have moved there to make their home. And those majority are retirees. So once they retire, their money will go far away. Well, the money goes further in those countries than remaining in England.
Next person said, I think it's a good move. India does not make life easy for Indians, so it can be extremely challenging for someone coming from the Western world where there is organization and you seem in control of your life, rather than being punished around daily by things that happened out of your control. Want to wish you all the best success in Portugal or England, wherever you decide to settle.
Many thanks.
Thank you so much. India is a tough country to live, even if you were born in India. I was born there and left 34 years ago and never looked back to go to India, even though I follow a lot of good things happening in India. It would take another 50 to 100 years, and as Josh mentioned, to have better quality life in India. Also agreed with Josh that 90% of people will leave India or to Europe or North America if they were given visa or residency status. India's citizen and culture are very good and humble, but its politics make this great country terrible. So he goes on.
Indian diaspora is good. It's not a bad thing. In 90% of Indians living in India, it might be a bad thing. India will struggle to run. However, people who go abroad do tend to bring good stuff back home. Chandigarh, for example, is known as NRI city. Many people have come, lived abroad and come to settle in Chandigarh, and if you see, it's changed. The road structure, the outlook of the city is changed for good.
Some person said on another comment that India is better than Portugal. Better future here. Live in Chicago. Polish ladies are very good. It's a bit of a silly written, but the point he was making is that India is better than Portugal.
Well, yeah.
To you, probably
for some there are. Okay, someone who's in his 70s, who's settled well here, or someone who has great business here, traveled the world. It's great for them. It's great for family people. It's just not for everyone. And if I can find 20 people now, just walk downstairs and go out on the street, and I can approach 20 people, and they will say they will leave. So it's for some people works out, for some any other country. This goes for any country. You go to USA, many will say it's not a place for them.
So that would be all to what I wanted to address. There are other comments that are just not worth mentioning, or that are just irrelevant in this case. And thank you so much, guys, for putting all the lovely comments. As I did mention previously, Josh will be live with you guys on the 8th of September. You can ask any questions that you have regarding our trip to Portugal or our life in India. He will be there answering your questions, and you can speak Hindi, English, Portuguese,
Urdu,
and German.
Urdu as well.
And German. Josh speaks
I
very good
I speak
German.
many languages.
Yes, right. Thank you guys for lovely comments, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Konnichiwa.